Cannot hear the musical instruments.
It's okay.
Trust that everything is energy and the frequency of these instruments will arrive to you because you are infinite. You are not limited to your physical 3D body.
Not only that, we are also broadcasting you from
A volcano.
from inside the volcano. So whatever we put out onto the planet goes literally, imagine a portal into Mother Earth. That's what the volcano really is. There's lava, live lava, 80,000 meters below us. So whatever sound we put out into the universe will go directly into the volcano. And wherever you are, even if you don't hear it, trust that it is being beamed to you along with the frequency of the work.
What you can do if you desire to have a little bit of music in your background, just so it's not just us talking or reading the book, feel free to put on a little bit of music, soft, gentle, either didgeridoo, liquid bloom. Those are
Something
some
that's,
recommended options.
yeah, but
Something without
something
words.
without words, just music in the background that you can still hear us and don't be too distracted with the words and the music.
And if not, it's all good.
If you want quiet, it's good. Now, while Shelly lights up her pipe and you guys get yourself comfortable, make sure that you have your water close by you. Make sure you have a yoga mat or some place to lay down because part of the practice is going to be laying down. We go through a couple of different things, as you saw me with spilling my ashes all over my
Sacred offering to the
So,
mother.
the idea of saging, which is what I'm doing, I'm using mango wood and a couple of other different pine and different things. The idea of saging goes all the way back thousands of years. As a matter of fact, even today, in certain places in Australia, the Aboriginals, if you want to enter their village as somebody who's not from their community, their elders will meet you at the beginning of the village and ask what is your requirement entering their village. And if they accept your reason for coming into their village, the first thing they're going to do is take some branches and some different leaves and sage you. Why sage you? Saging, again, allows us to burn all negative energy around us. We are energetic beings, and as we go through the day, we pick up on other energies, sometimes our own thoughts, our own traumas. So
EMFs.
it's the EMFs, good point. So it sages out all of that energy to enter into ceremony. The other thing you saw us doing is we both have pipes. We do a little bit of mapacho, which is pure tobacco. And we imbibe, again, just like Native Americans, just like all indigenous cultures, we offer to the north, to the south, to the east, to the west, and out into the spirit, inviting the masculine energy in. And we will be imbibing cannabis, which will be the connection to the feminine to take us down this path. Now, as Shelley will guide you into how to imbibe the cannabis, I am going to guide you into what to do when you imbibe the cannabis. So Shelley, 111, perfect.
Perfect.
Shelley is going to take us down the imbibing ritual. Where I want you to be is let's start off with a sitting position. Cross your legs as best as you can. Straighten the back. Make sure that the head is aligned with the spine. Keep your chin back just a little bit. You want your backbone as straight as possible. And wherever you can cross your legs comfortably, please do so. If you can sit in full lotus position, and that's a comfortable position, that is ultimately the best position to imbibe your cannabis from. So what we're going to do is, as Shelley guides you, when it's time for you to inhale, for most of you who have been with us already, you know how to imbibe. For those of you who are new, we are going to do a nice long inhale, lower stomach, push it out, upper stomach, chest, throat, head, hold, put your pipe down, hold, just sit In whatever position you want to let your hands rest, palms facing up. If you want to put them into a full mudra and just touch the thumb and the index finger, which is a connection to yourself and to the universe, just sit with the medicine and allow your body to just, Shelly will guide you through on what to do with your body, with the medicine inside of you. When you're ready to exhale, slowly, ever so slowly, like a balloon letting out air, allow yourself to just slowly let the air out. Now, if you should cough for any reason, do not hold it in. It is quite normal. And why do we cough, love?
Because cannabis is one of the best expectorants. What she is doing is burning away and bringing your awareness to those stuck energies that she's burning away. So it's normal to feel the burn. You may feel like there's something in there that you just need to hack up and out. So assist your body, tap your chest, your heart, your sternum, your ribs, your back, tap loose whatever stuck energy she brought your awareness to. Throughout the ceremony, however many times you imbibe cannabis is up to you. Just know that the more you imbibe cannabis is the more she's going to test you to fly away, meaning preventing your mind from dropping into your body and staying fully present and embodied so that you can feel the passages shared from somatophobia. So just check in. Do you need more cannabis? Do you not? Where are you with your masculine container and feeling your body, staying present? And as always, if you choose to imbibe more cannabis throughout the ceremony, every time you imbibe her, just check in. Where are you at right now? What is your new intention? Where do you desire to go? What do you desire to feel? What do you desire to heal? Where can she guide you to guide you deeper in the ceremony? So even if your intention is similar but a little different, it's a little deeper than your initial intention, just take a moment and pause and be with her and let her know your new intention before imbibing her again. This way she's got the clear message from you. Oh, she or he wants to go deeper into this or that, and she will guide you there.
Now, as we go down this pathway, folks, make sure that you're nice and comfortable because part of the reading, you're going to be sitting straight up and I'm just going to guide you through a breath work as Shelly continues to read. Part of it is going to be also with you laying down. This is a very, very relaxed state that we're going to put you in. Your biggest challenge is going to be do not fall asleep. So just try and stay awake and keep paying attention to the breath. Now, the mind is going to wander. This is what the mind does. Allow the mind, don't beat yourself up, just catch it as it's wandering and bring it back. The way to bring it right back into the body, breath. Pay attention. Am I inhaling? As I inhale, is my stomach fully out? Am I inhale to my maximum? How long can I hold it for? As my exhaling, is my inhale matching my exhale, which means the same amount of time for the inhale, same amount of time for the exhale. If you can just do that one simple thing, your entire mind and body connects like that.
Well, and to take it a little deeper, as I often say, check in with your pelvic floor. What is your pelvis and pelvic floor doing? Are they expanding? Are they not moving at all? The moment you drop your awareness, your mind to your pelvic floor to check in, feeling your pelvic floor lowering when you inhale, maybe retracting slightly on the exhale, or maybe squeezing up and in on the exhale, that drops your mind all the way to the floor of your foundation of your body, which is your pelvic floor.
All right, so off to the races we go.
So you all are muted. So when we encourage you to sound out a sacred offering of gratitude or to hum, please hum. You're not distracting anyone else here. We are spotlighted.
And speaking of sacred gratitude, so when Shelley encourages you to offer sacred gratitude, when we tell people, we have done a lot of plant medicine and the shaman said, well, feel gratitude. For a lot of people, they don't understand what that feels like. What do you mean feel gratitude? When is the last time I felt gratitude? So an easy way for you to bring you back into that energy of gratitude is remember a time when you wanted something really, really bad, whether it's a job, you fell in love, you got your first car, whatever it is, that it's something that you wanted and you got it. That feeling of, oh my God, I have what I've always wanted. That is your feeling of gratitude. So when we encourage you to give gratitude, give it from that space of gratitude. Now, before we start, can you take them through the drinking process so they know how to drink?
Yes. So every time you hydrate your body with water, tea, whatever it is that you're drinking, just pause and check in. We call this a recalibration ritual. Check in. What is your intention? And what is your higher I am frequency? And what we mean by that, do you want to give some higher I am frequencies real quick?
So what happens and why we're encouraging you to do this? Water, our bodies is 70% water, and water is without structure. Dr. Imoto has proven this. When we give intention to water, it changes the structure of the water. So the I am frequency that Shelly is referring to is just pause, fill your mouth with the liquid, whatever liquid that is, and send out a vibration of whatever it is that you need you to be at a higher frequency. For example,
I am joy.
I am joy.
I am
Send
love.
that out frequency into the water while you're holding it in your mouth.
You can send it into whatever you're drinking first before putting it in your mouth. This way you already know what your higher I am frequency is before putting it in your mouth.
And you can do it again in the mouth.
Well, you hum when it's in your mouth.
And you send out that frequency every swallow. I am happiness. I am abundant. I am healed. Whatever higher frequency that you are wishing to be, that is what you're restructuring the water to go into your own water.
To restructure.
To restructure you.
Your body's structure. So once you put the liquid in your mouth, hold it in your mouth. Close your eyes. Bring all of your awareness into your mouth to feel the liquid. Dance your tongue around in it, swish it around, hear the swishing around noise, and then hum your higher I am frequency. So if your I am joy is your higher I am frequency, what does that sound like as a hum? And can you feel your hum vibrating the structure of the liquid in your mouth as you visualize the structure transforming into the most beautiful sacred geometry that is in alignment with your higher I am? And then when you swallow it, visualize that structure, recalibrating every structure of every water molecule of your body.
Right? So after the races. All right, folks, it's nice and comfortable. Straighten up the back, cross your legs.
Bring your cannabis to Mother Earth in front of you. And then bring your left hand over your womb for the women, over your hara for the men. This is the home of your vital life force, energy, shakti, chi, prana. And then bring your right hand over your heart. Close your eyes and connect to your breath, what we talked about earlier of just checking in, bringing your mind into your body. How are you breathing? Can you slow down your breath? Slowly inhaling through your nose as if you're inhaling through a straw, and slowly exhaling through your nose as if you are exhaling out through a straw. With every inhale, feel your womb or hara expanding into your left hand, and then feel your heart expanding into your right hand as your breath rises all the way up into your neck and cranium. Feel with every inhale, your body is inflating like a balloon. And feel with every exhale that your body is deflating like a balloon. Feeling this rhythmic expansion and retraction or relaxation with every inhale and exhale. Feeling your body inflating underneath your hands and feeling your body deflating underneath your hands. With every exhale, let go of any external distractions, fears, anxieties. worries, stresses, what you have to do afterwards. Feel your body letting go of tension, stress, the weight of the world. Slowly inhaling through your nose, slowly exhaling through your nose, keeping your awareness in your hands, feeling your body inflating like a balloon on the inhale, letting go, relaxing and deflating like a balloon on the exhale. And then tune into your hands, specifically your right hand over your heart. Can you feel your heart beating in your right hand? And then check in with your left hand. Can you feel the rhythmic beating of your life force energy in your womb or your hara? And then on your next inhale, bring both of your hands together in prayer mudra. Hold them right in front of your heart. Connect your thumbs with your sternum. And continue slowly inhaling through your nose, slowly exhaling through your nose. Feel your heart expanding into your hands. And then feel your body letting go, bringing all of your awareness in your palms, feeling your heart beating in your palms. And then on your next exhale, connect your tongue to the roof of your mouth and hum. Can you feel the vibration of your hum flowing through your body, emanating from your heart, flowing down your arms, vibrating in the middle of your hands where they're connecting? Mm. And now bring your sacred medicine in between the palms of your hands. Hold your sacred medicine at your belly button, your original connection to your mother through your umbilical cord. You also have an energetic umbilical cord that connects you to the Divine Mother from which your higher self was born. So continue with your eyes closed. Nice, long, slow inhales through your nose. Feel your belly button pushing out into your hands, your pipe, your bong, expanding and filling, inflating with oxygen as you inhale. When you exhale, hum, keeping your tongue connected to the roof of your mouth. Feel the vibration of your hum vibrating through your entire body, vibrating in your hands, vibrating awake the higher self of cannabis who lives in her flowers, invoking her higher self. Flowing in your own rhythm, nice, long, slow inhales. Feel your body inflating, breathing in as much oxygen as you can. When you exhale, hum, feel the vibration, invoking the higher self of cannabis. Because when you invoke her and revere her as sacred, it doesn't matter what strain or how much you pay for your cannabis, as long as she's organic and free of pesticides, because you're working with her higher self. So as you continue inhaling and exhaling and humming, begin to ask the higher self of cannabis permission to imbibe her for today's ceremonial book reading, trusting that wherever she guides you is exactly where you need to go to feel, to see, to hear what you came here to heal. Trusting her higher consciousness and her intelligence. And just awaiting her permission. She may communicate it to you energetically, mentally, emotionally, verbally, You may feel her permission. You may sense her permission. You may feel nothing at all. Just trust that in asking her higher self permission, she's jumping up and down with joy that she's being revered as sacred and asked permission. And once she gives you permission, continue inhaling and exhaling in your own rhythm. Exhaling and humming, feeling the vibration of your hum flowing all the way down your arms to cannabis. Ask your mind, body, and soul permission to receive the divine guidance from cannabis into that which you will meet, you will feel, you will remember, and you will heal in today's sacred ceremonial book reading. And once you have given her permission, on your next inhale, inhale permission from cannabis through your hands, up your arms, into your heart, down into your womb or hara, and up into your third eye. When you exhale, exhale permission from your womb or hara, your heart, and your third eye, down your arms, and into cannabis, feeling the sacred exchange of permission flowing between her and you and her. Mm. And then on your next inhale, lower cannabis to Mother Earth. Inhale gratitude, feel your body inflating with as much gratitude as possible. When you exhale, hum, visualize your gratitude flowing down an invisible golden grounding cord connecting you to Mother Earth's womb. Thanking her for giving birth to your sacred medicine. Om Namah Shakti, Om Namah Shakti, Om Namah Shakti Ma. And then on your next inhale, lift your sacred medicine up to your divine parents, the Divine Mother and the Divine Father. Inhale gratitude for both of them for giving birth to your higher self, along with the higher self of cannabis. And when you exhale, hum, visualize your sacred offering of gratitude flowing up an invisible golden grounding cord, flowing out of your crown, up through Father, Son, and into the cosmic womb of the Divine Mother. Thanking them for giving birth to you and cannabis. Om Namah Shakti Shivaya. Om Namah Shakti Shivaya. Om Namah Shakti Shivaya. And then on your next inhale, lower your cannabis down to your heart. Nice, long, slow inhale. Visualize gratitude along with your intention flowing into your heart. Feel your heart expanding into your hands, your pipe, your bong. When you exhale, hum out your sacred offering of gratitude along with your intention from your heart to your sacred medicine. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. And then bring your sacred medicine up to your mouth. Speak, sing, chant, hum, express your sacred offering of gratitude, along with your intention of that which you desire to meet, to feel, to remember, and to heal in today's ceremonial book reading. Diving deep into the mother wound, the wound of life itself, the greatest wound of all, the root of all other wounds, as I call it, the mother of all wounds. Cannabis's higher self is gentle and sweet, just like a mother. When cannabis is consumed without an intention, her higher self oftentimes will pull an intention from your subconscious mind, which is usually rooted in fear because it's something subconscious and it's stored there and it's attached to a feeling, an emotion, a pain, a trauma, a fear stored in your body. So anytime cannabis quote unquote induces fear, anxiety, or paranoia, remember she is just showing you, and oftentimes seeing, hearing, feeling, meeting a part of you that you've not wanted to see, hear, feel, or meet can be scary, can be fearful, can be overwhelming, or too much or too intense. And that's where, when you just bring your mind back into your body and remember to breathe, why would you be afraid of you? Ready, my love?
Now, whenever you're ready, go ahead and put flame to your cannabis, bring it up to your lips, and slowly inhale. Don't rush. Take your time. Fill the lung. Put the pipe down.
And then hands on your legs. You can also connect with your body. Bring your hands to a part of your body where you feel stuckness. And then just spiral your pelvis. Drop into your foundation of your body. And in your spirals, whether they're clockwise or counterclockwise, meet and feel any stuckness in your lower back, your hips, your pelvis, holding your breath and cannabis in you as long as you can. If you can keep inhaling air because your movement is creating space, excellent. Whenever you can no longer hold cannabis, slowly exhale her. You cough, don't forget to tap your ribs, your sternum, your heart, your back, tap loose, hack out, cough out, whatever she's bringing your awareness to and burning away.
Allow your body to just rotate. Allow it to just circulate. Let the neck drop. Let your shoulders drop. Just move. Feel wherever you feel tightness in the body. That's all you're looking for. You're just scanning the body. Where is my limitation in my movement? Is it in my hips? Is it in my knees? Is it in my back? Is it in my ankles? Where is my limitation? So just as you imbibe, just rotate around. Anytime you're ready, go ahead and take your next imbibe. Imbibe the cannabis in. Put the pipe down. Take a couple more breaths in without letting the cannabis out. And then go back in to rotate, maybe in the opposite direction now. Just check in. No judgment. Whatever shows up, shows up.
The pain is already there, and it's nothing more than a stuck energy. Multiple molecules stuck together, they're not moving. So how do we get those stuck energies moving? By breathing into them, by moving, by humming, sounding, tapping. You can shake. All the different Shakti activators that are rhythmic, because rhythm is movement and movement gets those stuck energies moving.
Go ahead and take your third imbibe if you so desire. If you think that you've had enough, it's okay. This is your journey. We're not here to tell you what's right and what's wrong. You do you. So if you need a third one, you go right ahead.
While you're holding cannabis in you, swallow. Swallowing massages your vagus nerve, which is the main nerve of the fight, flight, freeze messages that flow through your nervous system. So in swallowing, your nervous system will relax. That fear voice of, I can't hold my breath anymore, is going to quiet, allowing you to keep checking in with your body and holding cannabis in you. Again, movement creates space. Stretching your fascia creates space, allowing you to inhale more, overcoming those limitations that you felt that said, you can't inhale anymore. There's not enough space. You're too full.
Now, if you're done your third imbibe, let's get started. If you haven't done your third imbibe, go ahead and get started. Find yourself in a comfortable position where you can sit upright. This is going to feel a little uncomfortable after a few minutes, so be okay with that. You're going to meet your pain body. So you don't want to be completely comfortable. You want to be able to keep your back straight. And as you continue to keep your back straight, if you need to move, go ahead and move. But try and keep the spine straight. Keep your eyes closed. Look up into your third eye, tongue on the roof of the mouth. And slowly, ever so slowly, play this game with yourself. How slow can I inhale, stretching the body out to the maximum as I inhale, lower stomach, upper stomach, chest, throat, cranium. Hold for a few seconds, and then go in the opposite direction. Cranium, throat, chest, upper stomach, lower stomach, all the air out, completely out. Hold. Do the exact thing again. Anytime you find your mind drifting, come back into the breath, and like Shelley says, drop into the perineum. As you inhale, pull the perineum up. As you exhale, it's just nothing more than mesh.
It's a diaphragm. It moves up and down.
That's all you're doing with it. As you inhale, pull it up. As
Push
you
it down.
exhale, push it down.
No,
Or
inhale down, exhale up.
either direction.
And you can play with it. If you want to pull it up and in on the inhale, feel free because there's no rules to this practice.
So go ahead and keep your eyes closed. Shelley will start reading. Just feel into her words. Whether or not you can hear the music is not important. I'll be playing it. I'll pop in every once in a while to remind you to breathe and to drop into the body. If you find your mind wandering, check in. Am I breathing? Did I expand my stomach out when I was inhaling? Am I in my chest in this inhale? Am I in my throat? Check in. When I let go, do I relax on the letting go? Completely letting all of the carbon dioxide out of my body. We are trying to expand and contract the diaphragm. It's the most unused muscle in our bodies because we shallow breathe.
And it's the bridge between our lower chakras and our higher chakras. It's a bridge made of fear.
It is
Fight, flight, freeze
also our
response.
bridge to our higher consciousness, breath. So if you find them anytime, just pay attention to the mind. The mind is chaotic.
Is the mind in the body or out of the body?
Anything you have to think about what you got to do and where it got to be and who said what to me and drop into the body, pay attention to the breath. That's all you got to do. It's that quick. So go ahead, keep your eyes closed, tongue on the roof of the mouth, keep your body straight. Inhale through the nose to maximum capacity, starting from your lower stomach. Push it out. Upper stomach, chest, throat, head. Look up into the third eye, keeping your eyes closed. Put your hands wherever it is that you're comfortable with. Hold for a few seconds and then slowly keep track of yourself. How long am I inhaling for? How long am I inhaling out? If you want to count just to get the rhythm, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, just count to yourself. But after a while, give up the counting and trust that the body will take you where you need to go. Anytime you feel that you're out, even if the medicine catches you and you feel like you're drifting off, come back to the breath. Check in with the body. How do I feel? If I'm feeling tension, where do I feel it? If I'm feeling my muscles starting to contract and pain receptors are starting to fire off, bring all the breath as you inhale directly into whatever tension you're feeling. Swell it out like a balloon. Push more air into it, stretch it out even more. And then slowly, ever so slowly, like a balloon, let the air completely out of that tension pattern. And relax into the pain. So keep going, breathe.
The mother wound, the very first wound of the heart, a wound of life itself, Let's face it, our very first encounter with the Divine Mother is with our biological mother. Our very first relationship was with our mother. The mother archetype is the embodiment of unconditional love, nurturing, nourishment, protection, safety, security, compassion, comfort, intuition, sustenance, and receptivity. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, was your mother an embodiment of unconditional love, nurturing, nourishment, protection, safety, security, compassion, comfort, intuition, sustenance, and receptivity? Because I know mine wasn't, and I'm eternally grateful to her for being exactly who she was. Because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have been so desperate to heal my mother wound, as I could see how it was the underlying root of every trigger and every pain and every symptom in my life. My mother fulfilled her sacred soul contract in guiding me on my divine path.
Back up straight. Again, if you feel uncomfortable, if the knees are hurting and the hips are hurting, don't run from it. Breathe
Direct
into
your
it.
breath
Meet it.
into it.
Dance with it.
Spiral your pelvis.
We have to meet. We can tell you this much before Shelley starts. You can listen to me and breathe at the same time, keeping your eyes closed, tongue on the roof of the mouth, looking up into the third eye, bringing all awareness into the breath, bringing all awareness into the body. Pain is your portal into your higher consciousness. We cannot run from it.
Pain body weighs down our light body.
Our light body is what we need for this ascension period that we're going through right now. So the way to wake up that light body is that you have to go through the pain body.
Gotta shed the pain to get to our real higher pleasure.
So as we read this mother wound, all of us have it. There's no judgment. We all have it. And during the break, Shelley and I will share our mother wounds with you guys, because we don't care. We're an open book. Mayor, who's known us for a long time, will tell you that. For at least a year, we are an open book. We don't hide anything. So we will share with you our mother wound, and we don't ask your sympathy. It's just we know what we're dealing with. We know the divinity of who our mothers were. We chose them after all. This was all part of our sacred contracts. So how can I carry a wound for something that I've contracted to experience? And like Shelley said, her mother was absolutely perfect.
The perfect gift.
Because if we think about it, if they didn't create the wound, we would have nothing to heal.
Isn't that the game of life, the duality of...
And we always have to remember, we are not here for just us.
No, we are not.
You were created to come in this time so that you can heal for all of your ancestors. They chose you to be here at this time to do this healing.
They trust you, so why wouldn't you trust you?
So feel the wound. If tears flow, let them flow.
It's a purge.
Allow yourself to experience your mother wound. We all have them. They weren't perfect. They were never meant to be. They were perfectly designed to you to create whatever wound that you're carrying. They did the best job possible. You created them perfectly. Always remember that.
And if you have any guilt about who you have been in relation to your mother, remember they also created you perfectly as the perfect son or daughter. You're playing the role that they asked you to play to trigger them to their healing or not, because every soul has a choice.
And if you are a mother, then you are playing your role absolutely perfect. You are healing. You are here. So you are not passing this trauma down to another generation unhealed.
Your healing literally gets passed on to your children. Sisters in ceremonies have felt the physical passing on of the healing, and the son felt it. Mama, what was that? I heard buzzing in my ears and something popped in my head as she released and got a big clunk in her right hip. And that is the power of this healing. What you heal, you don't just pass on to your children. If you have children, you also flow backwards through all of your ancestors, because both your mother and your father had a mother wound. So feel into all of the mothers in your lineage and their mother wounds. And then feel into all the fathers in your lineage and their mother wounds and the difference in the mother wound between your mothers and your fathers. The majority of us were born to mothers who were not embodying their authentic mothering traits. Instead, they were the embodiment of conditional love, stress, fear, emotional instability, limiting belief systems, negative self-talk, judgment, jealousy, shame, passive aggressiveness, rage, codependency, competition, comparison, insecurities, rejection, neglect, lack of trust, scarcity, self-doubt, low self-esteem, and submissiveness. They were not bad mothers. They were merely wounded themselves. We were mothered by little girls who were trapped inside of a woman's body and were incapable of mothering themselves. So if your mother did not know how to mother herself because of her own mother wound, how can you possibly expect her to mother you? This mother wound is the greatest wound of all wounds. It's the deepest ancestral wound that has been passed down through your lineages. Your mother wound is a combination of your parents' mother wounds and their parents' mother wound, and so on. When we fell from divinity and severed our connection with the divine mother, we gave birth to this wound, and generation after generation, our lineages plunge themselves deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole of amnesia and disconnection, magnifying the mother wound to where it is today. Continue breathing, moving your body wherever you feel the stuck energies. You can bring your hands to a part of your body where you're feeling pain or stuckness. Don't forget that while you're holding your breath in between your inhales and exhales, swallow, relax in the hold, and just feel. keeping your mind in your body.
I want you to switch your breaths now
Okay.
so that you mental count. I want you to create a square with your breath. Same amount of inhale, same amount of holding, same amount of exhale, same amount of holding. So imagine as you're doing this breath, remember, keep your eyes closed, tongue on the roof of the mouth. You want to inhale fully. You want to go back to where you were as a child. When we were children, we breathed it through our belly. As adults, through our trauma self, we
Our
started
chest.
hyperventilating. So we are breathing through our chest. The average human being in a relaxed state breathes between 15 to 19 times a minute. You are hyperventilating. You are not breathing. So slow down.
Molecules of your body are suffocating. They're not getting enough oxygen and vital nutrients.
That's why we use less than 5% of our brains. Our body is not getting enough oxygen into our brain cells. So breath. So inhale, mentally count 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. Hold 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. Exhale 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. Hold 1, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. So this is your pattern. As you get braver, extend that number. Play. You're a kid. Nobody is here to judge you. If you can get up to 5 or 6 or 8 or 10, play. But while you're playing, pay attention to the words, feel the feelings. As you explore the body and the movement, feel the tension. Where do I store my mother wound? Where do we store mother wounds, my love?
We're going there now.
Perfect. So breathe. Keep your eyes closed. If you want to make sounds, make sounds. I don't care. You neither should you. We are frequency beings. We should be making sounds. When you hum on the exhale, you can hum 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,004 in your mind while you're humming out. Humming creates nitric oxide in our bodies. We need nitric oxide to boost our energy level.
And boost it by what?
1,400%. For men, nitric oxide is absolutely imperative for our testosterone. For women, it balances your estrogen.
Can I ask you about that?
Please.
Do you mean just through the nose, or is it the same if you blew?
It doesn't matter if you inhale and hum through the nose, or you can inhale and hum through the mouth. So it doesn't matter, either one. But when you hum, let the vibration start in your lower stomach, feel it in your chest, and feel it in the sinus cavity. Feel it rattle your brain with the frequency of your hum.
Well, and the vagus nerve begins at your pelvic floor, flowing all the way up to your brain. So another challenge that you can add in is when you're exhaling and humming, squeeze your pelvic floor up and in, pushing up against your womb or your hara, which is the reservoir of your life force energy. That's where your higher self voice arises from. So feel your hum coming from here, shaking, vibrating that vagus nerve that flows all the way up through your body, up into your brain, shaking loose all the fear. So you want to feel that hum from your foundation, your pelvic floor, up to the roof of your mouth. That's the third floor. Pelvic floor, diaphragm, roof of your mouth. So if you hum with your tongue connected to the roof of your mouth, then you can feel the hum, the vibration in your pelvic floor and in the roof of your mouth.
So go ahead and close your eyes. Get back into your seated position, keeping the spine straight. Cross your legs wherever you can. and rotate, move, sit still. You choose. It's your dance. We're not there to guide you to do anything. You choose whatever dance you want to dance. Just pay attention to the breath, box breathing. This breath is taught to the Navy SEALs. This is how important this breath is. This breath is taught to them that when they're in severe combat and explosions are going out all around them, this breath brings them centered into their being, where they find absolute calmness and think clearly. Under gunfire, what do I need to do to get me out of this situation?
Well, the breath holds trigger and activate the fear response, which is that sympathetic fight, flight, freeze response. So the breath holds. While you're holding your breath, you're going to meet that fear voice that says, I can't keep holding, I need to exhale. When you swallow, again, you're stimulating your vagus nerve to quiet the fear response. And then when you hum and as you exhale, now you're shaking even more loose. So you're literally calling forth a sympathetic fight, flight, freeze response. And you're moving through it with your breath, with your squeezing of your pelvic floor, with your sound, transmuting that trauma that kept your nervous system stuck in fight, flight, freeze. Every single one of us emerged from a womb, seeking connection, nurturance, and love with our mother. Yet the descent into this rabbit hole reflects the descent of our embodied soul in this physical realm. Birth has descended from being a sacred ceremony with rituals to being an emergency, a scheduled operation, or a painful experience that calls for epidurals. Let's be honest, if you were born in a hospital, you experienced a traumatic birth. And if your hospital birth was a traumatic one like mine, your descent terminated in a rough landing. This is the very first trauma that you experienced in relation to your mother, the feminine principle, as you entered this earthly realm. Backing up a little bit to the time when you were in your mother's womb, connected to her life force through your umbilical cord. You were dependent on her life force to develop and grow. And you also felt every thought, every feeling, every emotion, every stress, every pain that your mother felt. Because whatever was flowing through her blood, her cerebrospinal fluid, all of the vital life force energy you were receiving from her, you were receiving imprints of every one of her thoughts, feelings, emotions, stresses, fears, pain, and symptoms. And then after your birth, if you were whisked away by nurses immediately, or kept in an incubator, you felt abandoned, rejected, betrayed, and unlovable by the feminine. If your umbilical cord and placenta were tossed in a hospital trash can, rather than buried in Mother Earth, your connection with Mother Earth was severed. Your placenta was the bridge to the spirit world. It created your light body, which is your ascension vehicle. It is your body's energetic twin. Our ancestors buried the placenta along with the umbilical cord to root into the womb, tree of life. This connection fostered a continuous two-way flow of cosmic Shakti between their light body, their multidimensional self, Mother Earth below, and the Divine Mother above. Without this sacred rite of passage, you struggle to feel grounded and nourished, and eventually an unconscious yearning for home begins to rise to the surface of your conscious awareness. And if you didn't receive your mother's life-giving and endocannabinoid system activating breast milk, you feared for your survival. You may have unconsciously felt as if the feminine was trying to poison and kill you with chemical-laden milk formulas. Think about it. If animals don't receive the nourishing milk of their mothers, they die. This not only diminishes your life force energy, but it also sets the tone for an imbalanced microbiome that may have manifested as a lot of childhood infections and overuse of antibiotics, further throwing your microbiome out of whack. So when you were asking where the mother wound is stored, it's mostly stored in our gut, our umbilical cord, belly button. So any gut microbiome, absolutely.
Open
Any
your
gut
eyes, get some water,
microbiome imbalances, pain and symptoms
stretch out your legs,
are signs of a mother wound.
bring awareness back, move slowly. You've been sitting for a little while. As you imbibe the water, remember your ritual. Either hold the water in your hand and say your I am statement with conviction. If you are going to imbibe the water with I am joy, when was the last time you felt joy? Do you remember that energy? You don't? Let me help you remember. Think of being a child again. And you got that bicycle that you wanted, or that doll that you wanted, or that ice cream that you wanted. Remember what that joy felt like when you had that item you wanted so badly. Even if it meant your mother's hug. Remember the joy of that and imbibe joy into that water so that you can put it into your 70% water, changing the frequency from outside in. If it's a sense of abundance, when was the last time you felt abundant? Do you remember? When was the last time you felt, I have it all? You don't? Let me help you. You can breathe, can't you? You can see, can't you? You can walk, can't you? You don't think you have it all? How many millions of people today, look at what's going on in our world, would trade places with you in a heartbeat for a fraction of what you have, no matter how little or how much you have. Gratitude. I am gratitude. Put that into your water. That is the fastest way you can manifest anything in this life experience. It's from that frequency of gratitude.
Absolutely. And you still gotta go transmute those lower stuck frequencies of fear, shame, guilt, regrets, frustration, and anger. Because I remember one of my questions was always, why am I not feeling gratitude in every moment of every day? Why is that not my core frequency? And well, I found the answer in my pain body.
You need to imbibe. Again, it's an open invitation. You do whatever it is that you need to do. There's no right way or wrong way.
Check in with your new intention. Where do you want to go? What's arising that you're like, I desire more clarity about that, or I want to drop deeper into that.
The next position is going to be flat out on your back, so make yourself nice and comfortable. If you can, put a pillow or something underneath your head, just to raise it a little bit. And you're going to lay in what's called Shavasana. You don't need a pillow, but if you need it to keep your neck straighter, then that's fine. You're going to let the body fall naturally open. The arms should fall about a foot and a half away from your body, palms facing up, hand completely relaxed. The legs should fall naturally apart. So wherever that is, feel the relaxation when you let the legs, wherever position that you decide to let them relax so that the ankles can just fall to the side. Find that position. This breath that you're going to do, you are going to bring the right hand up to the nose. So the way this breath is going to go is like this. Watch me first. And I know doing it on your back, your arm is going to start wanting to fall asleep. Bring awareness into the breath and just breathe. If the arm's falling asleep, find a place, bring the breath into wherever it is. Where is it in the arm that's falling asleep? When the pain becomes too much, just let the arm rest to the side and just relax into the body. See if you can get the neck to come down to the mat and the small of the back to come flat in the mat. Don't fight too much. And just breathe. Slow inhale, slow exhale. This breath that you're going to do, you're going to choose whichever one you want to do, your choice. It's an open bar. You can either choose to do the box breathing in the relaxing, not the nose one yet. Whenever you choose to go into full relaxation, do the box breathing, or you can inhale like a triangle, inhale, exhale, hold, inhale, exhale, hold, or you can go the exact opposite of that, which is inhale, hold, exhale, inhale. So any direction you want to go, okay? Keep the eyes closed. Keep the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Inhale slowly. Slow the breath down as slow as you possibly can. Challenge yourself. How slow can I inhale into my body? When you feel stuckness, if you feel anxiety, welcome it, meet it. We need to feel these feelings in order for us to heal. So go ahead and just relax. Like I said, if you needed to imbibe, imbibe. The nose one now is going to be, you're going to exhale all the air out of your body. Keep your eyes closed. Take the right hand, bring the right thumb up to the right nose. Take the two fingers, the index finger and the middle finger, and fold it towards the palm. And take your ring finger and bring it down here. Let it hang as though you're doing a surf hang. Inhale through the nose in the left side, filling up this lower, upper, completely up into the body. Pinch the nose, hold, open the tongue up, exhale out the other side of the body completely, slowly control the breath, all the air out, inhale up the same nose, fill the body to its capacity, squeeze both nostrils. When you're ready, move the left finger and slowly out the left nostril, exhale. Hold completely. Feel all the air completely push out of your body. Don't just exhale halfway or inhale. If you're going to inhale, fill to capacity. If you're going to exhale, push everything out. Hold just for a few seconds and then inhale. So go ahead, get into your position, and whenever you're ready, start breathing.
If you were not touched physically, emotionally, and energetically from a place of unconditional love, the mother wound was exponentialized. Your ego or trauma self created all sorts of stories, reasons, and justifications for why you weren't worthy or deserving of human touch. This lack of touch manifests as sexual play between children, as well as sexual addictions and perversions later in life. When the sacred bond between a mother and child is disrupted by trauma, separation from the feminine principle is the result. This manifests as disconnection from our inner feminine principle, our life force energy, our Shakti, our body, which contributes to the epidemic of disassociated and disembodied souls. Every time you disconnect or disassociate from your body, you exit stage left from the tapestry of wholeness, the womb, web of life. Your soul becomes fragmented. You feel lost, numb, afraid, and unsafe. For both women and men, the deepest wounds and most painful experiences have occurred in relation with their mother. It's not always what their mother did, but rather what their mother did not do. Let's say you were sexually abused by a male family member, and your mother did not prevent the abuse, nor did she believe you when you tried to share it with her. How would that make you feel? This compounds the original trauma of abuse and adds on another layer of trauma to the mother wound. This scenario occurs more often than you can even imagine. Having known that my grandfather was abusing young girls since I was a young girl myself, made me question why my grandmother, aunts and cousins couldn't speak up about this. How could they have known this and continue to allow it to happen? Because they were wounded themselves. While the mother wound asks you to feel and heal the pain you experienced in relation to your biological mother. It is ultimately not just about your mother. This wound is a wound of the feminine. Your body is the feminine counterpart of your mind, the masculine. And isn't it amazing that the mother, the one who is supposed to nourish and nurture us, can elicit such excruciating pain within us?
All right, now with the other hand, put down this hand if you've been doing on the right hand. Now you're going to do the same thing on the left side. So you're going to use the left hand as you exhale out. You're going to cover the left thumb with the left nostril, inhaling through the right nostril, filling the body up to capacity, taking the ring finger, squeezing off both nostrils, and mentally switch from one side of the brain to the other, moving the opposite finger and exhaling. The trick is control the breath. Do not rush. If you feel that you're breathing too shortly, just calm back the breath and breathe normally and get it back to a calmness, and then start playing with the length of it again. Remember, treat it like it's a game. Go back into your childhood, just like you discovered something new. Remember, if you ever were in the water as a kid, I'm sure we all have had the experience, and we put our heads under the pool water or the ocean water, and we held our breath as long as we could, just to have fun.
Just to test the limits. Like,
So
ooh,
test
how
your
long?
limits.
How long can I hold?
Breathe, relax, be present in the body.
While there's a lot of talk these days about embodying the divine feminine, we cannot embody the power of our divine feminine until we've addressed the places within us where we have felt abandoned, rejected, betrayed, judged, shamed, used, abused, controlled, and manipulated by our mother. We have to feel where and how we feel evicted from the realm of the feminine. And then we have to reclaim our power by taking responsibility for abandoning, rejecting, betraying, judging, shaming, using, abusing, controlling, and manipulating our own inner feminine, our body, our life force energy. We have to reclaim our power by recognizing how Mother Earth and the Divine Mother have not abandoned us. We've abandoned them in abandoning our feeling presence of our body, our inner feminine, and our inner mother. If our feeling presence or the full potential of our vital life force energy is not fully activated, we cannot feel the never-ending nurturance, support, empowerment, and unconditional love from our original mothers, Mother Earth, who provides us with everything we need to survive and heal ourselves, and the Divine Mother, who is always there for us behind the veils of illusion that we've installed. Until then, the divine feminine movement is just another version of a fairy tale. We're waiting to be rescued by a mother who is not coming to save us. The divine mother is waiting for us to save us. She's waiting for you to save you. And when you save you, which means you unconditionally love you, and not from your head space, but from your body's feeling space, you will feel the Divine Mother's undying, unconditional love for you. The doors to your heart chamber will swing open, and you will feel nothing but gratitude for her not coming to your rescue. How can she empower you to reclaim your power if you're dependent on her to save you? If she were to save you, how much of your journey would you miss out on? How much knowledge and wisdom would you not receive? The mother wound is a gateway to your liberation. And how do you access the mother wound? By returning to the womb, the 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐿, the original symbol of the Great Mother. And in the next ceremonial book reading, we will go on a journey of returning to the womb and journeying through the mother wound.
All right, folks. So let the arm relax on the side, keeping your eyes closed. Let your body completely relax. Bring present. Whatever showed up, it's okay. Don't judge it. Receive it. Whatever pain, whatever memory, whatever wound. If you didn't have any, it's okay. If all you got out of this was just a nice, relaxing 2 hours and imbibing a little bit of cannabis and being in a community of higher frequency, because that is what we are when we choose to heal. Just a simple choice of healing changes our vibrational frequency. So inhale slowly, filling up the body, keeping your eyes closed, tongue on the roof of the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Filling up, check into that body. Divide the body in 4 parts. Lower stomach, push it out. Upper stomach, push it out. Chest, expand it. Throat, expand it. Head, feel as though the cranium is being filled with oxygen. Keeping the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Hold. And now I want you to squeeze your entire body. Imagine that you're wrapped up in plastic and you're trying to squeeze to create space in that plastic because it's holding you too tight. Squeeze. Squeeze your eyes. Squeeze the perineum. Squeeze your feet. Squeeze your thighs. Squeeze your stomach. Squeeze your neck. Squeeze your entire face. Look up into the third eye. And as you let go, hum as you exhale. Let go. Let go of all the tightness in the body. Let go. Hum it all out. Change the frequency of your being. Only you and you alone can change that frequency. Inhale, fill up the body slowly. Lower stomach, upper stomach, chest, expand out, throat, head, tongue on the roof of the mouth, swallow, inhale some more. Check in with the body, relax, relax, completely relax, let go, let go. Feel wherever there's tension in the body. And wherever you feel that tension now, squeeze, bringing all the focus of the entire body squeezing into that tension pattern. If it's a lower back pain, squeeze the entire fascia, squeeze your face, your eyes, your cheeks, everything. Squeeze as though you're in a plastic bag. And then as you're ready to exhale, tongue on the roof of the mouth, hum. It could be either through the nose or through the mouth. Hum. And as you're humming, feel that tension pattern release. Let all the air out of your body and hold on the exhale for a few seconds. Chill, relax here for a second. Check in with the body. How do you feel? Hold. Feel the subtle energy flowing through the body. Relax. Hold. You're going to feel as though you have to breathe. I got to breathe. The body. Hold.
Swallow.
Hold.
Quiets the fear.
The human body can hold its breath for up to 4 minutes without anything happening. Hold. Wim Hof holds the world title. He can do it for 28 minutes, according to Guinness Book of Records. Hold. Inhale. Fill up the body. Fill 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 up completely. Inhale some more. See if you can expand some more. Swallow. Inhale some more.
Breathe into the mother womb.
Feel. Expand the body out as much as you can. Push as though you're pushing from the inside out, trying to break free. Hold the breath. If the body starts moving because it needs to feel like, oh my God, that is the fear response. That is going to be your gateway to light up your light body. Get used to that feeling. Hold. The body can hold this breath for days on end. The yogis have proven it.
This is how you conquer your ego.
Tongue on the roof of the mouth. Hum as you exhale slowly. Humming out all the pain, all the overactive mind, all of our addictions. Hum it all out of you. Inhale again. And I want you to just keep doing this for about 2 or 3 minutes. Travel at your own speed. Decide whether you want to squeeze on the exhale and expand on the inhale as big as you can, or go in the opposite direction. You choose. If you're squeezing, squeeze into all the tightness. Feel as though you're in a vacuum seal. Squeeze. Squeeze every muscle. Isolate. Squeeze. Feel the fascia coming alive. Continue to breathe. Our fascia is literally wrapped around every single organ of our bodies. Every muscle, every bone. Our fascia carries all of our information, but it also stores all of our trauma.
Sacred record keeper of every memory of our soul.
If you're doing any healing work and you are not going into the body, you can take as much plant medicine as you want.
Meditate.
You can meditate until the cow. Trust us, we've done it. We have done it.
Just
anytime you're ready, sit back up, stretch, get some water. Don't forget your I am statement.
Calibration.
Please restructure every liquid you put in your body moving forward. It's a habit. You're going to have to remind yourself. I catch myself doing it sometimes, just habitually just grabbing it and drinking.
This is why it's called a journey, and it requires practice because we have been so unconscious in what we put into our mouth. We have to create a new habit. And how do you do that? By holding yourself accountable every time you drink or eat. Turn it into a ritual. An invitation to slow down, to check in, to honor your temple body, which houses your higher self. So it's an honoring of that which is sacred within you.
So we always keep our words, and we did tell you
course we
that we will
do.
share our own mother wounds with you. When we do, we don't care. We know exactly what they
mothers.
are. As a matter of fact, just my last sacred secretion, I was working on the mother wound.
Because there's
Thanking,
so many layers.
absolutely, thanking my mother for being exactly who she is. I don't know if I've shared the story with some of you, but I know some of you do. I was tried to be aborted at least 6 times by my mother. And that is because we were poor and she was in a very, very abusive relationship. And she already had 7 children that she didn't know how to feed. And I was a whoopsie. So my mother tried to abort me, I think 6 to 8 times is what she told me.
With a coat hanger.
With a coat hanger, until she ended up at this doctor. And the doctor told her, Mrs. Prasad, you cannot do this to yourself anymore. You're going to kill yourself. Why are you doing this? And she explained to her doctor, and he says, okay, I'll make you a deal. My wife and I have been trying to have a child, and we're unable to. So have this child. Don't kill yourself. And we will gladly adopt the child and give the child a good life. So my parents agreed until I was born.
She changed her mind.
And apparently when I was born, the nurses didn't put me down for 3 days. That's what I was told. She didn't get to see me very often because, like Shelley said, oftentimes when we're born in a hospital, nurses grab you away to take you away to clean. Well, she got to hold me. However, and it's funny as you were saying things, my navel string is buried. The proper ritual was done for my navel string because it is buried in Trinidad.
Beautiful. Mine was tossed in a trash can in the hospital.
My parents knew enough because remember the Brahmin culture that I belong to, they remembered that you're supposed to bring it home and do prayers and then dig a hole and offer a bamboo with a flag on it to whichever deity that child was born under.
Beautiful.
So I had that ritual. But needless to say, folks, when I was born, the nurses apparently just, when they changed shift, they would just hand me over. They didn't want to put me down. So my parents changed their mind. And it's funny that you said so many things about the mother wound, because even in some of the things that I should have held against her, I never did. And even the not protecting me, how could she have, when I grew up seeing her not being able to protect herself? So how could she have protect? So that is one wound that I can tell you that I don't have of my mother. Why didn't you protect me from an abusive father, from an alcoholic, from all the things that I was subjected to? Because I recognized as a child, oh, she can't protect herself. As a child, I wanted to protect her. I wished I was bigger to protect her. When I saw her getting beaten and getting dragged, and I wanted to protect her. So that is my mother wound. And I have made amends with my mother before she passed. Like I told Shelley the other day, my only regret is she's not alive now.
She would have loved these ceremonies. She was a witch herself.
So
she and I had a beautiful, special, sacred connection.
Yeah, there's a long story that we will share with you guys.
She was my mother in a past life as well.
Of what I saw the connection between Shelley and my mother. So we'll share that one of these days.
Yes, we will.
But that is the only regret I have, is I recognize the greatness in who she is, and recognize that she got married as a child. She was 14 years old when she was married to my father. She didn't even have a choice. So how could she look after me when she was a child herself?
Absolutely.
She did the best job that she could. considering what she was living with.
We created our mothers to be perfect.
So that is my mother wound. So Danny, I hear you with the adoption. I hear you with the abortion. What's funny is that years later, unknowingly, I met the doctor
How crazy.
because I knew his daughter, and it turned out that shortly after I was not given to them, his wife did end up getting pregnant. And it so happened that I became friends with his daughter. And she brought me home one day, and the pieces fell into place. I'm like, wow, I could
Wow.
have been your stepbrother like that. So
Life is divine how it plays out, huh?
absolutely. And your mother wound?
My mother wounds, well, if you've read Somatophobia, you've gotten to know my mother wounds up close and personal. Because as I shared, I have been on this journey of knowing I have a mother wound to heal because it's the root of all of my pain and suffering. I was born breech, feet down, so I chose a C-section birth coming into this physical realm. So I didn't have that immediate connection with my mother from the time I was born. While I was in her womb, I felt all of her self-judgment, all of her fear, stress, not good enoughness, her controlling mother, who, funny story, I always had an affiliation with my mother's sister, my grandmother's other daughter, named Mary Jane. Mary Jane Cannabis, ring a bell? It always made me laugh. And it was actually Cannabis who revealed to me this connection that I had with my grandmother, because Mary Jane, my grandmother's daughter, was born, and at 6 months of age, she received her first vaccine, the DPT vaccine, and she had this horrible adverse reaction to it and died. Well, when I was born to my mother, same age, 6 months of age, I received my first DPT vaccine, and I had the exact same reaction. And for 3 days straight, my grandmother had to rock me in my favorite wooden rocking chair. And they told me my body was from head to toe just red and inflamed, and I was screaming bloody murder, and I would not shut up. But from the time I was little, I had this memory of me being outside of my body, looking down at my body and seeing my grandmother rock me in that rocking chair. So it was in a cannabis ceremony that I saw, oh, I first came into my grandmother through Mary Jane, and then I chose, yeah, I don't want my grandmother as my mother, because growing up, I always felt like I was closer to my grandmother than my mother. I felt like I had more love for a mother for my grandmother than my mother. So this recollection of this past life, oh, I was Mary Jane, and then I came in and I triggered that mother wound in my mother and in my grandmother. My grandmother, I triggered it twice, that fear of losing a daughter. And then coming back and she's seeing and experiencing firsthand because she has to hold me for 3 days.
So I was just thinking about that. Think of the trauma that your grandmother had to feel.
Because I have to feel my part of the sacred soul contract.
I got to do this again.
Again?
What are
I
the
have to do this
chances?
again?
Like, I lost my daughter already.
Due to this exact same reason.
Here I am holding my granddaughter in my hand.
Again.
Think of that trauma.
That's what I had to trigger within my grandmother, was her mother wound of losing a daughter. And growing up, I was unbiased. So when my father cheated on my mother, I could see why. I didn't take sides, but I took more of a side with my father because I could see how my mother destroyed her relationship with my father. I was always a daddy's girl. I wasn't a mommy's girl because I didn't have that initial connection with my mother at the time of birth, nor in my time of need. She couldn't calm me down. She was frantic, fearful, stressful. What do I do? Doctors aren't telling me anything. At least my grandmother, okay, I've been here before. Okay, I can hold her. Even though I'm afraid, I can still show up for her. So needless to say, fast forward through all the years of my life, my mother was jealous of my relationship with my father. She was manipulative. She was controlling, jealous of my high school friends, jealous of my husband, who when she met him, she told me she should be with him, not me, because he's closer to her in age than closer to my age.
She deserves.
And she deserves happiness. I don't deserve happiness. She's told me I'm a witch. She brainwashed my younger brother, who's 12 years younger than me, brainwashed him into believing, and he's autistic, brainwashed him into believing I'm the devil, I'm a witch, I'm into energy work and weird shit. So don't let Shelly adjust you. My father brought him to Christmas in 2013, and I went in to hug my brother, and no, mom said, you can't touch me. Wait, what? Yeah, she said, you're the devil, you're the witch. What? Wow.
So trust me, folks, we have our mother wounds.
And I had to speak my boundaries with my mother. I didn't speak to her for 10 years. And then through my healing journey, I wrote her letters of gratitude. I wrote her, well, first I wrote her letters of speaking my truth. And then I wrote letters of gratitude. And then I sent her a final audio voice note of unconditional love. Thank you. I see you. You've fulfilled your sacred soul contract. Then I invited her back into my life, and she was in my life for a short period of time for 2 years. And then magically, one day I messaged her and just poof, she blocked me. She's gone. So I'm like, okay, this contract is finished. Thank you. And I love you unconditionally.
So folks, that's our story. So
It's been quite the journey.
It has been a journey
A
for
lot
us
of
to get to
pain,
where we are.
a lot of emotions.
We can tell you this. We don't know everything. We don't know anything. We've had no teachers. Everything that we share with the world is what we have remembered.
Through our daily practice.
Absolutely.
Through these ceremonies. Remembered from where?
Our body.
Our body, which is where everything you're looking for is found.
So the healing that we have done, like we always tell people, some of the things we say will trigger you. I'm a master at that. Ask Mayor, he'll tell you.
Trigger man is your nickname.
That's my nickname. If you work with us, I will trigger every masculine trigger that's there. Your father wound, your brother wound, your friend, I will trigger them all.
Because triggers are opportunities for healing. And in ancient times, shamans who would guide you on your own journey of remembering how to self-heal, they would trigger you to catapult you and propel you along your healing journey. They're not healing you, but they're delivering a trigger for you to take advantage of to heal yourself, to propel yourself along your journey.
So what we're doing, like I tell Shelly all the time, we have one sole purpose. We have figured out our sole purpose. We're ready to leave this 3D reality anytime. We're packed and ready to go. Our sole purpose, as far as we are concerned, has been fulfilled. Our sole purpose is in this book.
Given birth to this book.
Literally humanity's way to remember that this sacred plant,
paired with healing yourself, dropping into your body,
paired with going into your fears and your pain,
uprooting those sources of imbalance so that while your endocannabinoid system is working behind the scenes to restore balance, you are uprooting the root causes of imbalance, moving closer to a permanent state of equilibrium or balance or divine union.
So we have fulfilled our contract. Our contract was to come here and raise the awareness on the true consciousness of the sacred plant.
But it's possible.
How you can use it, how to stop misusing it and convincing yourself that you're using it to heal or for your medicine or your pain or whatever. There is a higher consciousness in this plant. This plant was literally birthed from cannabis.
And the book is in dedication to restoring her to her rightful position of sacredness. And this is the sacred version of working with her and imbibing her. Because even as I say, medicinal use is to treat a pain, a symptom, to alleviate something. Well, what about imbibing cannabis in sacred ceremony to go looking for the root cause of that pain or symptom that you're using her to treat? Because she's no longer being revered as sacred. She is being treated no differently than a supplement or a pharmaceutical drug. There is a codependency, and she will guide you and show up and show you her highest power when she is revered and there's no codependencies.
But she is literally the master teacher plant.
Phew.
She will take any one of your other medicines that you're used to a
React.
whole different
Well, and
level.
she'll reactivate any other plant medicine ceremony, allowing you to go back in and revisit and integrate and do the psychosomatic work, connecting the mind and body and truly healing the traumas.
There is a reason that in the Vedas that are written over 5,000 years ago, that cannabis, even in Ayurvedic medicine, will tell you this. Cannabis is one of the 5 most sacred plants on the planet. However, we have forgotten what she's capable of.
Well, that fall from divinity gave us a concussion and knocked us into spiritual amnesia, leading us to forget our sacredness.
So, like I said, this is our sole purpose. Here to remind humanity, you have to go into the body in order to go higher.
And that is ascension prepping in order to ascend into higher frequencies, your higher self, your higher state of consciousness. You have to descend into your lower state of consciousness and do the cleanup work there to be able to ascend into your higher consciousness.
So if you're hearing this, you have called this forth, this knowledge forth to you. Always remember that you are the creator
Of your reality.
We are just actors in your play. So if you're hearing us speak to you with this frequency, with this book, and the kriyas that we have birthed and the practices that we have done, it's because we are fulfilling our contract with you. What you do with it after that is entirely up to you. We have no skin in the game at all.
And how much you desire to be on the fast track, because we've been at this for years, and we would, if somebody would have come along and shared this with us back when we began, we would be so much further along, because we began for about 2 years with just breath work. No squeezing, no sounding, no
2016.
movement. In 2016,
Yep.
just breath work. So if we would have found this from the get-go of combining all the moving parts, wow, where would we be? But we are here where we're at, and we are here to also help you all remember how to fast track your journey.
And you don't have to believe us. Like we always say, Shirley and I have a good laugh about this.
You got to feel it.
You got to feel it to heal it. You don't have to believe us. When we look at our lives, we wake up and we pinch ourselves and go, oh shit, we live here?
We created this.
We created this.
How did we create it?
From our trauma self.
Exactly.
So if we created this
from
freedom,
back then,
I literally 2 days ago, I sent Mayor the picture. 2 days ago, I was walking the dog and met a monkey in my yard. And ran inside to get Shelly, who ran outside and then ran back in to get her phone and grapes. And we found the monkey again, and he was sitting on some rocks, and I went up to him, close enough to him for him to feel safe. And he walked over and came and picked up the grape from my hand.
and put it in his mouth that was
Shoved it
too
in his
small
mouth.
for the grape.
Good thing she bought about 6, and he stuck out his hand again.
Once
and I
more.
put the other one in, and he picked it out of my hand, stuck it in his mouth, and he kept doing that until he was done and went and sat. Thank you, and then walked away. This is the
You don't have
reality.
any? Okay, I'm out.
This is the reality that we have created. It is mind-boggling. We wake up every day and we pinch ourselves and go, what reality is this?
Because this wasn't our reality just 6
5
years
years
ago, 5, 6 years ago.
So if we can create that kind of reality, and we're telling you what's changed in us is our frequency. We've been on this journey, beating ourselves up 5 hours a day on average.
Well, already beating ourselves up out of our bodies.
That's what we're doing.
We've been abusing ourselves for so long that we're now beating the abuse out of our body.
We're stretching and moving, and
Stretching into our higher self.
so that's all we're sharing with the world is what has worked for us. We haven't had any teachings from anybody. We serve Bufo because we were initiated. I didn't even ask to serve Bufo.
Bufo chose you.
So now I serve Bufo, you
I
serve Combo.
Combo.
We serve black cannabis,
Psilocybin.
psilocybin, but we take you into a different experience completely. We take you into the experience of inside your body.
With every one of those medicines, they're
Deep
guided
inside.
somatic journeys.
Meeting your pain body.
And purging out your pain body.
We do it every day.
Have any questions, anything that shows up after the ceremony, don't hesitate to reach out. We also offer an integration and accountability ceremony in case a lot of stuff showed up and you're like, okay, I need some help unpacking, unraveling, and integrating this, because these ceremonies do bring up a lot the moment you say yes. And then they continue to be the gift that just continues to be unpacked and unraveled for days or weeks to come.
And
So
we're doing another one on the
January
31st.
31st, we will
So
continue with
you-
the mother wound.
We will continue to offer these for free, folks. This is our gift to the world, because we understand that in order for us to birth the new
new earth.
earth, all human beings have to be in a higher frequency.
And we are literally rebirthing ourselves
we
from our
are-
trauma self to our higher self. So this rebirthing work is also contributing to rebirthing Mother Earth.
So we literally are trying to match our frequency to this new earth that's being born, because we are in the middle of that split, like we've talked about. You can see it happening physically on the planet. It's also happening spiritually. We are in that split. So the more that we can shift our frequency to be in alignment with the new frequency of, some are calling it fifth dimension, whatever you want to call it. This is what we're doing. We're shifting out of our
frequency.
trauma frequency to a higher consciousness frequency.
Getting out of our lower three chakras and up into our higher three chakras. And then, so yes, Saturday, January 31st. And the next Sunday, we have a somatic cannabis trauma healing ceremony where we're going to guide you through the 7 different Shakti activators that awaken your life force. So it's the foundational framework of body-mind synchronization. And it's the foundational framework that you can use to create and navigate your daily practice. So it's from the same time, 1 to 3.
And anytime
So-
you want to invite anybody to come to these book readings, please do.
Please
The more
do
energy
so.
that is here, remember, it is our goal to raise the frequency of all humanity. So you guys are our gifts today, because you helped us raise the frequency just that much more.
Well, and there's a study that shows that, for example, you and you alone, your higher frequency can offset the lower frequencies of 720,000 people.
Depending on, and there's
Depending
actual
on the level
science.
that you are
Yeah,
at,
there's
but-
an actual science behind it. And when you get to like level 10, you're affecting millions of people just by you healing you and being you.
And that's what Gandhi meant with.
Be the change in the world you want to see. Thank you,
So
folks.
Thank you all. Have a
Have a wonderful
beautiful rest
evening.
of your day. And we look forward to seeing you in a future ceremony.